Hello guys, how are you doing? So I've recorded this video just to encourage someone who's about to give up, not to give up. Today I'm going to give an example of my situation. I actually got married at a young age, and then the marriage failed. After the marriage failed, honestly I had given up on myself. I had given up on everything. Like, I didn't know what to do. Imagine you're left with 2 kids. You don't have any education. You don't have any business idea or any business mind. I was just a full-time housewife back then. So this is what happened. After the divorce, I had to go back home, like where my parents are. Thank God to my family. They were very supportive. They actually asked me what I wanted to do. Guess what? I wanted something that was so quick, something that was so fast. I was like, oh, maybe I can actually braid hair, or maybe I can do something that has to do with manicure, pedicure. So at first they had to buy my idea, and they agreed with me to do what I wanted to do. And then it then happened that my other brother was like, no, Mary, you can do this. You know, when I look at you, I see somebody who's in the corporate world, working in an office, working while wearing formal, those high-heeled shoes. When you were saying that to me, it didn't really make sense. I was like, oh, I'm not capable. How can I go back to school? Because on my first sitting on my O level, I only had one subject shown. And those people from Zimbabwe, they can relate to this. I only had one subject on my first sitting. But you know what, guys? Honestly, the sky is the limit. It's all about the mindset, what you want to do and how you want to do, and the support that you have, especially from the people who are close to you. So this is what happened. My brother was like, you have to go back to school. Look for a school, like a college, where you can start your O level, like Form 3, and do Form 4, like for 2 years. Back then, I think I was around 23 years, if I'm not mistaken. To me, it really didn't make sense. Imagine O level is meant for somebody who's around 15 to 16 years, and I'm actually 20 something years. So I was like, oh, I'll be so ashamed, going to school. I remember going to this other college, and the principal actually gave me an advice. I'm like, you know what, the advice that I can give you, this is not the best decision to come at a college. What you can do, look for a tutor who can actually teach you, like those home tutors, and then you sit for your exams. I thank him for that kind of advice, and I also thank even the teachers that I actually got, who was very supportive, who was so encouraging. Like, he was not really judgmental. He just took me as who I was, and he taught me, like he was very strict on me, because sometimes people, like teachers, they have to understand your background and what you want to achieve at the end of the day. So they knew where I was coming from, and they knew what they wanted me to do. So this is what happened. I went back to school. This is not really a school, but like a private tutor. We're learning at a house. I remember in Budiriro, those who know Budiriro. Yes, that's where I was learning. And I managed to do my lessons for a year, and I wrote my exams. Fortunately, I passed. I failed maths. Yes, I failed maths. But I didn't give up, guys. I went back again for the next sitting. That was a June sitting, and I passed maths. Guess what? Doors were now beginning to open. Now I was starting to see the other side of life. Like, you know what? Never look down upon yourself. You can do better. So here I'm talking to somebody who's looking at me right now. You can do better. You can do something. Just get out from that comfort zone and do something. So this is what happened. After I passed my maths, I had to look for a place at a college. So I had to go to Harare Poly, and I enrolled to do my diploma. So the diploma was supposed to be for 4 years. So I just did the first year. That was the national certificate. And the same brother again was like, Mary, don't you think like doing 4 years just for a diploma isn't enough for you? Why can't you just go and do a degree? I was like, oh my God. Like, a degree you have to have, you've gone to A level. I didn't go to A level. Mind you, I had 2 kids, and I was old enough like to have finished school by then. But through prayers and the support from my family, I thank God, I managed. Like, I was like, okay, I can do it. I applied for a school at Chino University, and I was enrolled. I thank God I managed to do my degree. Guys, imagine somebody who got married at 17 years having a degree. Guys, this is God, starting from scratch. So I'm just here to tell you, no matter what situation that you're going through, just know God can do something. This is the girl who failed O levels on your first sitting. The girl who went back to school with 2 kids. You know how hard life is, and all the pressure and all the stresses. But God sailed me through. I never gave up because I knew the kind of life that I wanted to have. And now this is the same girl who is pursuing for a master's right now as we're speaking. You see what God does? So this actually taught me a lesson, because sometimes when things are happening, it might not make sense, like you might not understand why is this happening this way, or how, why or how. But this is not the time to reason, dear friend. This is the time to stand up, do something. It might be a business. Maybe we might be doing a business. It's small, you know. Always try to start small. Even if people look down upon you, even if people discourage you, you know, there's a lot of negativity out there. But just know, the God we serve is a faithful God, and He stands by us all the time. So yeah, this is my message for today, to encourage especially mothers, those single mothers, or just mothers, even if you are married but you don't have any qualifications. Dear, you can do it. I did it. Meaning to say, you can also do it. It's just about the mindset. I know it has got its own ups and downs, you know, like there's the bad side of it. It wasn't easy. That's the truth that I can tell you. It wasn't easy waking up, studying. Sometimes, you know, it's not making sense. And, you know, those young kids, they're actually doing when you're feeling like, oh, I'm old, but, you know, nothing is really coming out. Don't give up. Never give up. Keep pushing. Keep pressing on. Just put God in front of everything that you're doing, and you see Him opening doors and making things so beautiful. So for those who are watching, I hope this has blessed you. If you feel like there's somebody who needs to hear this, who needs to be encouraged and motivated, you can share. And thank you so much for watching and listening. For those who wants to hear more of this type of content, don't forget to click on the bell, so that anytime we post anything, you get a notification. So enjoy the rest of your day and be blessed.